And oh yes, it takes place on the dock. You hear some water rolling in. You hear a ship off in the distance. By the sea, there lived a little fisherman, as humble as can be, known round these parts by his first name John. He was often in his dinghy by the break of dawn, and oftentimes the villagers, they would stop and profess he must be married to the ocean and live a life of loneliness. Oh yes, that's right, folks, chilling on down here at the mansion. Those folks thought that John would never find love in his entire life, and by golly, those folks were so wrong. Because one day, John was out in his fishing boat looking to catch some grub that he could sell down at the market later that afternoon. He'd been slaving away in the hot, sweltering sun for 16 and a half whole minutes when he realized he was so dead he's got to go home and see what the catch of the day was. So, well, he stood up of his rusty old fishing chair and walked over to the deck of his boat. He started reeling in his fishing net to see what he was going to sell later that afternoon. It got about right here, and he reached on in and he pulled out the largest thing he could feel. He whipped it up onto the deck of his boat, and by golly gee whiz, it was a sight he'd never seen before. Beautiful tootsies, slender thighs, bodacious hips. Oh, it was a woman. Well, up until the hips, and then from the upper half, she had the body of a great white shark. And this would have caused most landlubbers to jump overboard, but not John. No siree, Bob. John just kind of looked at her and he shed a single tear as he burst into song. Great white woman, why caught you floating around in the blue? Drop some blood back in the water, and am I the prey that you pursue? Oh, great white woman, oh, those razor sharp teeth you could pierce on through. They could pierce right through my flesh bones. Oh, great white woman. Why don't you come on over and take a bite out, baby? Because I want to sink my jaws into you too. shark lady stood on the deck of his boat. And between the two of them, they shared a moment of silence. It was almost silence. Because, well, sharks don't talk. That didn't occur to John at that moment. And so, he got a brilliant idea that a man in his situation, any man in his situation would have gotten. He figured this shark lady must only react to physical displays of affection, and so he's got to do something physical to show her just how he felt at that moment. And so he closed his eyes and he leaned on in, and he see himself, he can get a sharky little kiss on the cheek. So he closed his eyes and puckered up, leaned on in. It was at this moment that the shark lady got an equally brilliant idea, because she too closed her eyes and she puckered up. And she leaned on in and she opened her jaws and she went, oh my God! Oh, there's so much blood! Oh, my leg! Oh, great white woman! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I caught you floating around in the blue. Oh, I should have stayed home today. Oh, great white woman. Yeah, yeah. God damn, that blood looks good on you. Oh, but it's mine. It's mine, it's mine. So, I guess I did drop some blood back in the water. And I was the prey that you pursued. Look at her go. Alrighty. We're gonna do a little bit of a palate cleanser for your ears.